part of the topic, just fill in.
Okay, cool.
Right? Okay.
Bring the palms together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Inhale, retaining the breath. Exhale. So welcome to Tantra Journal. My name is Nahal Atma and this is
Shanta Marie, welcome. Today we are going to talk about relationship dynamics, the masculine and the feminine, how it shows up externally, but also how it lives in us internally, and how practicing Sunyai is a vitally important part of that, which is listening, deep listening. It's beyond just ear listening and even beyond like listening underneath the words. It's like a deep, holy, internal state of listening.
great. So yeah, just expanding on the masculine and feminine and how the listening comes into creating a very vital balance between the two, and kind of some tips on how to translate that into the regular world, in terms of career, money, relationship dynamics, or any other aspects. Health.
Yeah.
Very important during this time especially. So thank you for joining, and we hope you can take something from this class that will apply directly to your life. I'm gonna play Sunyai to get us in the mood.
Oh God, I love that song. This is my favorite song right now. I've been listening to it over and over.
Did you want to read your poem?
I could totally read my poem. Is this a good?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. So we're starting out with this song, and I was deeply meditating on the meaning of this song, Sunyai, and on the meaning of Sunyai itself. And like with any of these really esoteric, rich practices from ancient lineage, I mean, this is very old, right? Sunyai, the idea of it, thousands of years old. Like let that sink in. I sometimes I think when I hear that, it's like, yeah, I don't know. We're so used to new things coming through. I feel like it takes effort to get to the place where we are willing to really listen deeply to wisdom that's given down to us and to understand how it impacts us now. Like it takes a little translation, like but these are such wise ancient words that help us get back to the essence of who we are. So there's a place where you can go to these, and you will find there's wisdom, and you'll find your center, and you'll find roots. It's like finding your roots, as if they're growing from your body, and it'll arise and bubble up from within you, like this knowing. So I just want to celebrate that. And so I was listening deeply to this song and asking the universe, because I have someone in my life that, like we all do, I have someone in my life that I very deeply love, and I feel talks at me and doesn't, and gets me and loves me, but like there's a place where like he won't really quite let me in. You know, he's kind of always holding me a little back, and I was praying about it because it's hard for me not to be able to feel like it's in a reciprocal relationship with him. And so I was praying, and this is what came through. Sunyai means listening, beyond deep listening, holy listening, listening with your being, with your soul, intently receiving, perfecting your posture as the perfect cell in the body of God, letting the stillness in each moment arise, filtered through all being, all awareness, as if you are the universe listening to itself with total receptivity and surrender. It includes the mind, but is not the mind. It includes the body, but is not the body. It includes the heart, but is not the heart. It includes the spirit, and is not the spirit. And it includes the environment, but is not the environment. It includes all and is nothing. It is gnosis. It is resonant. It is peace. It is. If you want to learn from the goddess or the god, Sunyai. What you want to know about me is in you, Sunyai. Let their wisdom arise from within you. Trust it for yourself, Sunyai. She loves you, is devoted to you. Sit in the stillness with me, Shiva. Feel me, know me. You already do, as I know you, Sunyai.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Beautiful poem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I'm really glad that you can understand the meaning behind the puri. This is the 8th puri or the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th puri of Japji. The Japji Sahib is this Sunyai prayer. So I feel like that poem was like very, capturing to the essence of the puri as well, just in a very kind of understandable and modern and in a way that can apply to relationships today. So yeah, thank you.
you're welcome. And so one of the practices that I am developing out of this is what I don't have a word for it yet, but it's Sunyai. It's sitting in deep listening. Like for example, I had somebody come and have a bunch of stories about their life and situation and all of that, and they gave me permission to just listen to them. And instead of just like listening and getting involved in their story, I was like in this very prayerful, meditative, open, receptive space, and they were telling stories about people that I know and some stuff about me, and it was just, it was easy for a part of me, I noticed, to be like, this is a load of crap, blah 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 blah, wanting to get involved in the story or ask questions or challenge them in their story. And instead I was able to just really sit in a peaceful, quiet place and listen with my whole being, as if the universe was inside of me, and that everything had gathered to hear this story from this being. And when it was done, I was able to channel out some beautiful wisdom, inviting that person to recognize that it was all stories. And we never even talked about the stories. We talked about the truth of being, and that's the truth. The truth is that you're here. The truth is that you're breathing, that you have a breath, that you have a body. And the stories we tell and the things we experience, they're true and they're not true. And that's not all there is. There's so much more than that. So Sunyai is a practice of stepping outside of all the stories and acknowledging that they're there and they're useful, but sometimes they're great to just drop and tell a different story. So it's an invitation to expand and create yourself, create your life.
Yeah.
Create who you be being in relationship and relating to people, and always be willing to step out of the stories you're telling. Even when you have a powerful expanded story, like take the time to sit in Sunyai.
And it's almost like a virtue, like a very concrete virtue, to have this ability to be in a place of non-reactivity and feel comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the yoga is very a way to get to prep yourself to receive that, to kind of move the body and get the prana moving and detoxifying the cells, and all of these like very complex things are very simple in the sense that they allow you to sit and listen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the yoga, I feel like, really balances the system.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes some layer off of the edge of our stories evoke different emotions in us, which creates a cascade of neurotransmitters and all these reactivities in our body. It brings up anxiety or anger or fear or whatever.
It's a chemical process.
It's a chemical process. And so the yoga is a chemical process, a complex, highly sophisticated way of bringing balance.
For sure.
And bringing up things to move through. I noticed yesterday we did a series for opening the heart, and it was hard. It was a hard series.
Very hard.
It was very hard. It was super athletic, and I had to do a lot of modifications, but it was still really good. And
a heart opening.
And then what came up, like after the class, it was like we both found ourselves feeling angry about.
Yeah, and it was nice though to share like that anger in a way that we were aware that we were simulating that in ourselves, and like allowing it to come through,
and we weren't angry with each other.
Yeah.
And we were able to see like the people that we were angry at. It was just part of a story, part of a thing. Oh, well, and then we, were able to take care of ourselves, and my whole body system felt differently as it interacted with that anger.
Same.
Yeah.
It's like bringing up these things consciously to process them.
Yeah.
It's not the most easy path for sure.
No.
But I mean, I feel like a lot of the energy that we put into destructive thought patterns and things like that, it takes so much energy. It's like almost the same amount of energy put into maintaining a productive and lively system that's able to be strong and process these things consciously instead of reacting.
Absolutely.
So it's like, which one do you want? Like,
low,
high?
Yeah, and this is
really a choice.
It's found in that ability to the practice of stepping outside and looking at your life, like not as being always caught up in the story of your life, but being able to step back and be like, oh, what do I want?
Yeah.
How do I want to approach my life?
What would I like to experience?
Yeah.
For sure.
So, welcome to really powerful teachings.
Welcome.